So, hello everyone. Today we are going to start the compass survey. As you know, the surveying in surveying we will measure the distance, direction, and elevation. That's why for direction measurement we will use compass. Okay, so compass surveying is an important branch of surveying which usually adopt the determining the position of an object by both angular and linear measurement. Here, angular measurements are taken using the compass and linear measurements are determined by using the chain or tape. So actually we are doing compass survey for measuring the direction. Okay, suppose we have to fix the distance between or point, we have to fix a location of point, this point. So we will take the observation from two stations. What is the angle from this point and what is the angle of line this point with this point. Okay, so this is angle theta 1. From here it is, we can say it is theta 2. So we can fix the location of this point. That's why we are going to conduct the compass survey. Actually, aim of compass survey is to locate the direction of it. So here one term bearing. Actually, bearing is measurement of angle with respect to meridian. So there are two types of meridian. One is true meridian. Okay, so there are two types of meridian. One is true meridian, second is magnetic meridian. So what is meridian? Actually, the geometric north or true north is there, means north pole and south pole. When we will connect one with the line, we will call it is a meridian. So true meridian is the magnet north geometric north line connecting the geometric north and south, and magnetic meridian is the magnetic line running the magnetic north and south. So these are the two lines. Okay, this is the geometric south and this is geometric north. So it will be your two north. Okay, so this is your true meridian and this is your magnetic meridian. Okay, so angle measured with respect to this meridian is known as bearing. So what there is one magnetic bearing and there is two bearing. And difference between these two is your magnetic declination. Okay, so that's all. Bearing of line is the angle made by position with respect to meridian. Okay, so it is the direction of line with respect to north. It might be magnetic north or true north. So process of doing compass survey. So there is first of all we should there is centering, then leveling of compass, centering of compass on a point, and at the last focusing towards the object. So there are 3 points: centering, leveling, and focusing. Now there are two bearing systems. Actually, bearing is a line with respect to meridian. So there are two methods of representing angle. One is whole circle bearing, second is quadrantal bearing system. So in whole circle bearing, what will happen? We will measure the angle with respect to north in clockwise direction. Okay, and angle variation will be 0 to 360. Means we will complete one complete circle. Angle variation will be 0 to 360. Okay, suppose line is here. This is your line. So in WCB, we will represent it as 45 degree. Here we will write 135 degree. For this line, okay, it is 180. We will measure with respect to north to 180, 180 plus 45, 225. For this line, okay, we will measure with respect to north in clockwise direction. It is 270, 270 plus 45, 315. So it will be sequence of WCB system. In quadrantal bearing system, what will happen? We will divide the angles in quadrant, okay, and we will measure angle with respect to either north or south. Okay. In WCB, there was a restriction to measure the angle with respect to north only, but in quadrantal bearing system, we will measure with respect to north and south. North and south. Suppose it is one angle line, so it is at 45 degree from north, so we will write here north 45 east. Okay. Suppose this is yes, one more line. So here we will write north 45 towards west. Okay, here we will measure the angle in clockwise and anti-clockwise both the direction. Here was the restriction, we will calculate the angle with respect to north only in clockwise direction. In clockwise direction was the restriction. Here we can measure the clockwise and anti-clockwise. If the line is near to the north, that time we will measure the angle with respect to north. If the angle line is near to south, that time we will measure the angle with respect to south, like these two lines. Okay, it is near to south, so here measurement will be south 45 towards east here, and here it is south 45 towards west. Okay, so if line is in this quadrant, it will be southwest. Here it will be southeast. In this quadrant, it will be northeast. Here it will be northwest. So here we will calculate the angle with respect to north and south in clockwise and anti-clockwise both direction. Angle variation will be 0 to 90. Okay. After 90, the line will cross in this quadrant. So in this quadrant, angle calculation will be in from south. Okay. Is there any doubt? Okay. Now convert the following readings. Okay, reduced bearing. Reduced bearing means quadrantal bearing system. Reduced bearing into the whole circle bearing. So these are the values we have to calculate. We have to calculate it, convert it into WCB system. So north 65 east. Okay, is northeast 65. So north 65 east. So it will be the line. So angle in WCB, we already know that in WCB system angle is measured with respect to north in clockwise direction. So the value answer of what will be 65 only, 65 degree, because we are measuring with respect to north. It is 65. South 45, 43 degree, 15 minutes. Okay. So south towards east 43 degree, 15 minutes. Okay. So in the WCB system, we will measure it from north in clockwise direction. So it will be 180 minus this angle, we will get the WCB value. Okay. And here south 52 degree, 52 degree, 30 minutes towards west. So here we will add 180 in this value, we will get the WCB value of this angle. Is it correct? Is there any doubt? Fine. Please comment. Okay, no. Okay, fine. Third angle, fourth angle is north 32 degree 42 minutes. 32 degree north, 32 degree towards west. This is the angle. So ultimately we have to subtract this angle, means 360 minus this angle theta. We will get the answer. So these are our answers. But answer of first is 65. Answer of second is this 180 minus 43. This is your answer. Third answer of third one is 180 plus theta, and answer is 360 minus theta. We will when we will subtract this value, we will get the answer. Okay. Now, difference between this is one theoretical question. Difference between WCB and QB. What are the difference between WCB system and quadrantal bearing system? Here, once again, I am going towards this point. Okay. In WCB system, angle variation will be 0 to 360. 0 to 360. But in WCB QB, it will be 0 to 90 variation. Is it correct? First difference is this. In WCB system, we will measure the angle with respect to north only. But in QB, we can measure the angle with respect to north or south. Okay. If line is near to north, that time we will measure the angle with respect to north. If line is near to south, in this blue quadrant, with that time we will measure with respect to south. Okay. Third difference is in WCB system, we will rotate the compass or we will measure the angle in clockwise direction only. But in the QB system, we can measure the angle in clockwise or anti-clockwise both the direction. So these are the some differences. Okay. So here graduation of prism WCB system 0 to 360, here 0 to 90. Okay. Angle is measured in clockwise direction. Angle is measured in both direction, clockwise or and anti-clockwise. Angle is measured from north. Okay, WCB system. In quadrantal bearing system, the angle is measured from north and south. In the both direction, we can measure the angle. Okay. Okay. For WCB system, there is a type of compass. Name of compass is prismatic compass. It is used for measuring the WCB readings. But for QB, we are having circular compass. Okay. And WCB, there is a compass will be used for means reading will be noted by using a prism. Okay, but there in quadrantal bearing system, there in circular compass there is no prism. Okay, so this is the basic difference between WCB system and QB system. But in exam, question will ask like what are the differences between prismatic compass and circular compass? These are the two types of compass. Okay, here you can see there is one prism. Okay, so these are both the compass. So what differences between prismatic and circular compass? Again, I repeat. Okay, with the help of prismatic compass, full circle bearing will be measured. Okay, means it gives the readings in WCB system. But for circular compass, it gives the readings in reduced bearing reading. Okay, graduation of prismatic compass are marked from 0 to 360 degree. But in circular compass, graduation means readings are from 0 to vary from 0 to 90 degree. The angle is measured in clockwise direction. In circular compass, angles are measured in clockwise and anti-clockwise both the direction. The angle is measured from north. Here, angles are measured from north and south. In prismatic compass, readings are taken with the help of prismatic. In circular compass, the readings are taken by naked eye. Okay, so these are the differences between prismatic and circular compass. Now back bearing. Okay, what is back bearing? Suppose I am saying it is a line. Okay, so every line having two bearings. Okay, so here point A, here is point B. Suppose I am saying a bearing of line AB is 45 degrees. Okay, but when we will measure the direction from second hand, it will be 180 plus 45. It will be 250. Is it correct? Yes. 80, 90, 20, 21, 22, 45, 25. Yeah, I'm getting the comments, but where is my marker? Yeah. Okay. So suppose I'm writing bearing of line AB is 45 degree. So if I'm going to measure the direction of line from second side. That time it will be differ from 180 degree. Means if I am looking from B, that time it is at 225. So line back bearing of line is means we are looking the line in opposite line from opposite direction. So this is the method. Okay. So for calculating the back bearing, if the bearing of line is less than 180, that time we will add the 180 for measuring the back bearing. Okay. Means from 0 to 180, that time we will add the 180 for measuring the back bearing. But if the angle is more than 180, that time we will subtract the 180 for measuring, finding the back bearing. Okay. Like here, these are some, these are the formulas. Forward bearing plus back bearing is equal to 180 degree. Forward bearing is equal to back bearing plus 180. Back bearing is equal to forward bearing plus 180. This is the thing. Okay, calculate the back bearing of the line. So directly that formula we have to use. It is we have to measure the back bearing of 65. So for 65, we will add 180. Directly, we will add 180 here. Here also we will add 180. It is it is more than 180, so we will subtract 180 from here. Here from here also we will subtract 180. From here it is also more than 180, so we will subtract 180. So we will get this value. Okay, these are the back bearings of the line. Okay. Okay. Now these are the numericals which we have to solve. Okay. So first of all, let me discuss something. Suppose we are standing here, okay, and there are two roads passing from this point. Okay, road 1 R1 and road 2 R2. Okay, so we have to find out our target is means which this kind of numerical will ask your numericals. So we are discussing it. So suppose we have to find out the internal angle between these two roads. Okay, what so value of this internal angle we have to calculate, but the bearings of these lines are given. Suppose theta 1 and theta 2. So what will be the value of this internal angle? It will be theta 2 minus theta 1. So we have to do only this work here. Okay, so read the statement. The closed traverse. Okay, what is the meaning of traverse here? Traverse means connected line. Okay, so here it is written that it is a closed traverse means starting and end point of the traverse is same. So connected lines means suppose we are starting from A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A, T to E, and E to A. Okay, if this it is not written here E to A, it means it is a open traverse. Means this line suppose A to B, B to C, C to D, this value is not given. That time it will be open traverse. Okay, so there are two types of traverse: closed traverse or open traverse. It is a polygon or closed traverse. So we have to measure the internal angles, calculate the interior angle of this traverse. So how we will calculate the interior angle? Here, suppose angle of BAB and angle of BE. Sorry, angle of AB and angle of AE was given. That time we can calculate the interior angle, this angle. Okay. Similarly, if the angle of BC and angle of BA, these two values are given, at the time we will subtract these two values, we will get the interior angle, this angle. Okay, but here only one angle is given, B to C. B to A is not given. So there is only A to B is given, but we don't know the angle value of A to B. So what we will do, we will add here one column and calculate the back bearing. Back bearing means we will calculate the angle from B to A, C to B, D to C, D to E, E to D, and A to E. We'll write this angle here, means back bearing. Okay, so value of back bearings are here. Okay, suppose we have calculated the back bearing. How to calculate it? This angle is less than 180, so we will add here 180. It is also less than 180. Let me erase this thing. And how to calculate it? The four this angle is A to B. Okay, we have to calculate B to A. So back we will add here 180 because it is less than 180. Here also we will add 180. It is minus 180. It is minus 180. This is minus 180. So we will get this angle. Okay, back bearing. Okay, one thing we should note. This reading is taken A to B. Okay, this is B to A. Okay, this is B to C. This is C to B. This measurement is taken from C to D. This is D to C. This is D to E. D to E. This is E to E to D. This is A to A. This is A to E. Okay. So this actually we have to find out the interior angle. So A to B, okay, in this polygon. Okay, suppose we are constructing one polygon A, B, C, D, E. So for calculating internal angle of A, we have to subtract A to D, A to B, and A to E. Okay, these two lines are passing A, B, A, E. So AB, the angle of AB is this much, and AE is this is the angle of AE. So when we will subtract this two value, we will get the internal angle A. For B angle, we have to we have to find out angle BA and BC. This is the BC angle and this is the BA angle. Okay, when we will subtract these two values, we will get internal angle B. This is internal A. This is internal angle C. Similarly, this is internal angle D. This is internal angle E. Okay, so this is our answer. Please check. 1 minute I am giving you. Please calculate the internal angle. Are you getting same value? Okay, if internal angle is one more than 180, that time we will subtract it from 360. Like here. there is one arithmetic check for this. Okay, total. We will calculate the summation of angles. Summation of angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D plus angle E is it should be equal to 2 minus n multiplied by 180. Okay, n is number of sides for triangle. If we will put n is equal to 3, that time n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Here number of sides are 5. So n is 5. 5 minus 2 into 180. Okay, it is equal to 3 into 180. So 3 into 180 is equal to how much? 540. So sum of these internal angle should be 540. If we have calculated all that incorrectly, so our internal angle should be this. Otherwise, there will be error. Okay. So it was our compass survey. In next class, we will do leveling.